All right, finally in the car on the way to the airport. This stuff is gross. How Stephanie gets her device. Except the problem is it's gonna come in, it's gonna come in. Don't let it in. Look, it's coming, it's coming, it's gonna do it. It's gonna do it. We're almost there. I don't have to get my hands wet and cold. It's gonna work. Oh, it worked. Look at that. That's Florida skill right there. That is Florida skill. All right up in there, yep. All right, so my fingers don't work anymore. I've got all the cameras on the airplane. Steph and I are about ready to go. Alyssa, if she's in the frame, I have no screen I'm looking at right now, so I have no idea. Hopefully she's in there. She's been super awesome, the best host you could ever get here in Jacksonville, Illinois. At Fly Alyssa is your Insta, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. And you are flying, we're flying Cherokee.
Yeah.
And next you're gonna be flying what are you flying for your instrument?
I don't know yet.
Whatever they have to rent.
Yeah.
Basically.
In Alaska.
In Alaska, for sure.
Alaska.
Coming to Alaska, do your instrument this summer with
be.
me, because I'm going to be training.
It will.
I'm going to be teaching in Lake Hood this summer. Ooh. So come on up.
Yeah.
We're about ready to go. The weather still looks, I'd say, not great, but
it looks 2.5.
Doable.
As Steph says, it looks doable.
There's at least 5 miles viz.
Yeah, when it was 1 mile viz, Steph was like, oh yeah, there's totally 3 miles viz. We just have a different way of measuring things in lower 48 than Alaskans.
I'm just optimistic.
Either way, I think it's time for us to get in the airplane.
Jacksonville Municipal Airport. Automated weather observation.
It went down
1-9er,
45.
2-4 Zulu weather. Wind 3-4 at 1-7 gust 2 visibility 5 light rain.
Short.
Ceiling 700. Overcast temperature 1 Celsius. Dew point 0 altimeter 2-9er 7-1.
It's like Alaska. Temperature 1, dew point 0.
Yeah, that's straight up Alaska for you.
Jacksonville traffic, right 4170 entering runway 31. Departing west. Jacksonville. Finals clear.
As far as I can see, finals clear.
Finals clear. Ooh. It's windy.
Yeah.
Come on, little D.
Icing conditions certainly were a concern that day, and so we did not plan to go too high. We wanted to stay down low in warm air as all that snow was melting off, and hopefully maintain visual contact with the ground as we headed west.
Nice. That's real windy. I had to cut the tail up quick.
Yeah. Awesome. Not seeing any terrain stuff.
Yeah, that's okay. That's because we're low.
Okay.
Yep.
That's all I was asking.
Yep. It's just figuring out where we are and that we're flying now, so.
Yep.
There we go.
There it is.
Yep, all yellow. We can go a little higher. We're only 300 feet AGL, so we could probably try 500.
So that would be, what, 1200?
Yeah, try 1200 on the altimeter. Very, very gross weather.
Yeah. Okay, I just set the tower.
Yeah, so 1200.
Let's go.
Yeah,
Yep.
1300 here will be perfect if you just hang there.
Yep.
See this road here?
Yeah.
I know we're crabbing like crazy because all this wind, but just try to follow this road.
This road that way?
Nope, no, this road
this one?
Yep,
Yeah.
that we're actually tracking right now.
Okay.
Just keep that nose nice off to the right there. Nice crab angle.
Hannibal traffic, part of the airport, to the south, back to Hannibal Hospital, Survival.
Yeah, that makes sense. The only people flying today are medevac flights.
On our way to Nebraska, we get a bigger picture of what Wesley left in its wake.
So that's our heading to get there? Are you trying to...
I am trying to avoid this area right there.
Gotcha, okay.
just gonna go just slightly south of it.
Okay.
Till we can get some better viz.
Class G airspace, 1 mile clear of clouds. This is what it looks like.
Yeah.
Finally, it just turned green for the first time in a while. So I can bring our fuel burn down a little bit since we got such a long flight today.
Why do some mechanics say you shouldn't lean below 3,000?
So you should or shouldn't?
Shouldn't.
I don't know if we're going to have the fuel to make it all the way there.
Weren't we gonna stop it?
Yeah, stop
midpoint?
short of. And at Kirksville, at Trenton.
Oh, right now it's 3 hours and 30 minutes and we have 4 hours of fuel. Our VFR reserve.
Yeah. I could use a little more gas than that.
Ooh, what does our handy dandy fuel prices say?
Says gas is expensive west of the Mississippi. The cheapest is at
stop there.
Albany.
How far is that?
2 hours away, 150 nautical miles. Let's do that.
That's good.
That's a nice little halfway point. Here comes the sun, do 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 do. Here
Wait a
comes the
minute,
sun.
you do know old music.
I know, right? Alright, flying over the Missouri River, near Brownville. That river is super flooded. Guys, here from 6,500 feet, aloft the beautiful Midwestern United States. We're going to go ahead and take a look down here at our Garmin 430 and at our sectional chart. So as we can see here, we are there. There's a VOR right there. That VOR frequency for the Kirksville VOR is 114.6. So I'm going to go ahead and put in 114.6. right in our nav1. Okay, our nav1 in this case is a Garmin 430. So I'm going to push in this big key here, type in 114.6, 114 with the big knob, 0.6 with the little knob. We'll go ahead and throw that in the active frequency there, all right? So we have 114.6 in there. Now we can go ahead and we want to identify the station, right? So we're going to push in to identify. We see ID. We're going to turn our volume up, and we're going to go ahead and press N1 on our comm panel over there. Now we have N1 playing. We can hear that faintly. We'll turn it up a little bit. And what we're hearing is HIWAS, that H that's right in that little box, plus this Morse code. So let's go ahead and listen for that Morse code. We should hear it every 30 seconds. And we got H, that's the HIWAS for all the bad weather that we're flying around today.
Lake Superior, Michigan, Lake Huron, Illinois, Indiana, Kentucky, Arkansas, Tennessee, Louisiana.
Cool, so that is the right VOR. We can go ahead and press N1 again on our comm panel, so we can go ahead and turn off N1. So now we have it identified here on our Garmin 430. We'll go ahead and press in again to get rid of the ID there, so we're not listening to all that stuff. Plus we've turned off N1 on our comm panel, so we don't have to hear that anymore. We'll come up here. We know that we're to the west of the station. But so let's say we don't have GPS, we don't know where we are, we want to find out what radial we're on. Well, we could just look at our OBS, you know, here's our VOR2 or our NAV2 OBS and our CDI, but we're going to be using this G5 up here that's connected to our 430, that's for NAV1. So first, with the Garmin 430, we have to come down here and press CDI. We press CDI, and that changes it to VOR now. So now we can see we have VOR, and we use our little knob here to go ahead and twist. We tap in, go over to course, tap in on that, and now we can select our VOR course, and we'll just twist it around until we center up that needle there. So we do it, once we see the needle moving, we do it a lot slower there. A few little clicks. If I did it too fast, see it just swings over, and if I skip it too fast over that way, it swings way over to the other way. We want to go ahead and do it nice and slow. We find where it's going to center up at. Right about there. Perfect. I can go ahead and tap in again. And now I can confidently say that I'm on, about the 262 radial from the station. I could even tap in and just see here. Yep, that is in fact 262. My eyes do work. So we're on the 262 radial from the station, and we can see that is in fact true. We are out here to the west. There's the VOR right there. If we wanted to get to the station, we'd have to go ahead and fly the reciprocal of that. And how we know that is we have a from flag. See that little flag there? It's a little covered up by the airplane. That little green flag is showing that we're actually from the station right now. So if I spin this around, I press course again, I tap in, I twist around to the reciprocal of that. So about 082. 082 centers that up because that's 180 degrees off of 262. I tap in, I can see, yeah, I've got the two arrows lined up now. So to go to the station, what would be 082? We have the two flag pointing to that arrow. That's the way we're going to get to the station. Yes, we would have to fly east to get to the station. Makes perfect sense. Now let's see how that works on nav 2 down here. Very similar thing, right? We could go ahead and we could identify everything. We're going to come over here to nav 2. We'll type in 114.6. On our standby, we'll put that over to our active, and we're not going to go ahead and identify it since we already did that once. We showed you guys how. You simply just pull out on the knob here, turn up the volume, press N2 on your comm panel, which is over there, and now we can look at our instrument that's connected to our nav 2 radio. We'll spin this around. Let's do a little VOR check while we're in the area here, right? 082 should center up that needle there with a 2 indication. We have the 2 indication. To get to the station, we'd fly roughly about 082. We can see that, yeah, these VORs are actually a little bit off, right? Each dot represents 2 degrees, so we're about 4 to 4.5 degrees off on our VORs. So VOR check on this airplane, an airborne dual VOR check, would not really pass, actually. So we couldn't really fly this airplane IFR using just VORs, but luckily, we do have a Garmin 430 that we can legally navigate IFR off of. So that's an actual way to do an airborne VOR check, is just like that. And we can see that we're about 4 degrees off on our 2 VORs. So that's how you use a VOR, airborne check, when you're checking 2 VORs against each other, 2 VOR receivers against each other, rather, using the same station when you're in the air. That's plus or minus 4 degrees in the air or on the ground. If we were just over an airborne checkpoint, checking 1 VOR at a time, that would be plus or minus 6 degrees. And then if you're on the ground using a VOT, that's plus or minus 4 as well. Now, if you have any questions on this stuff at all, don't hesitate to leave them in the comments right below, or better yet, go to fly@mikealpha.com, click on Ask a Question at the top of the website there. Remember, fly@mikealpha.com, private pilot, instrument pilot, commercial pilot ground school, and soon-to-be CFI ground school on there as well, coming summer of 2019. If you guys have any questions on ground school or how to be successful in your flight training, don't hesitate to go over to fly@mikealpha.com, shoot us an email, talk to one of our instructors. We'd be happy to help you out, whether you're a member on the site or not. And when you sign up on the site for a membership, we guarantee that you will pass your check ride when you sign up for a first officer membership or higher on there. If you have any questions at all, like I said, leave them in the comments below. Go to fly@mikealpha.com, click on Ask a Question. We're here to help you be successful in your flight training, and if you can't fly every day, fly@mikealpha.com. We'll see y'all next time.
Now back to the flying.
Yeah, sorry, I don't know about granola.
Alright.
But you can try to stop and get more snacks sometime.
Yeah, we should get like jerky or something.
Sure.
What? You don't like it?
I guess, be alright.
Protein based.
Yeah, I hear you. Wow, it's crazy how flooded that river is. I hope there's no houses in that big mess.
Yeah. Probably get better ground speed lower to the ground.
I want to try to fly towards those buildings out there, whatever that clump is, see it?
Sure.
I'm just curious if there's any houses that are underwater. Fairmont traffic, red and white 170, 5 miles east, 2,600 inbound, Fairmont.
Steph is working on her CFI, so I had her go ahead and talk me through this landing, just as if I was a student, so she could get a little bit of practice teaching.
Okay, add a little power. Okay, left rudder and lower your right wing a little.
Cool.
Get it aligned with center line.
Yeah. It's easiest when you tell them to use the rudder first and then use the aileron.
Yep.
There's a windsock.
Oh, there it is. Okay. Oh, I didn't know if you wanted to use 3 or 4. A less power. Alright. Nice. And dance the rudders.
And dance the rudders. In technical terms, dance the rudders. Just gonna go ahead and back taxi.
Yeah.
Does it look like self-serve to you, or?
It looks like it, but I don't know.
Like, where's the terminal to pay?
I'm too hungry.
Well, I'd like to put fuel in today rather than
Oh
tomorrow.
yeah, no, me too. Oh.
Is it smoother on the
I
left?
think that guy's waving at us, babe. No, there's big holes right here along this crease.
Okay.
So once you get over, you can get over to the left side.
Okay.
And then it'll be smoother.
Gotcha.
We were finally in Fairmont, Nebraska, there to see Jeff and Katie for the night, who were gracious enough to host us, give us a great meal, a warm bed, and help us get started the next morning to continue our trip westward for Alaska. Yeah.
Hey, see, I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. You're in there somewhere.
Oh, yeah. Well, that was quite interesting getting out of Illinois today.
Oh, yeah. Sounds like it.
Yeah.
Pretty crazy. You guys can't have any weather in your favor on this trip. No. She's wearing sleeveless. So.
Yeah, I'm freezing.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.